The obesity problem facing the UK is particularly bad in Scotland. Here, almost 2/3 of adults are overweight and more than 1 in 4 is classed as obese. Now though, some are finding that a visit to their favourite football club can help. This innovative scheme is called Football Fans in Training. Here at Rangers in Glasgow, those taking part attend weekly sessions of physical activity and receive diet advice. It's backed by the NIHR, the research arm of the NHS, and for many, the results are life-changing.
I've had to buy a whole new wardrobe of clothes, literally everything. There was an empty wardrobe. I took about a dozen bags to the charity shop. I've been coming here since I was a schoolboy and my grandfather sitting up the stairs there. And for me to come in here twice a week and walk down the same tunnel, get changed the same changing rooms at, Franz Beckenbauer, Johann Cruyff, that's a big, big thing, big motivation.
I started off, I was just under 26 stone and I lost 5 stone. I still got another 5 to go, but getting there.
NIHR-funded research shows those taking part in the programme lost 9 times as much weight as those who didn't. As a result, schemes like this are being rolled out at many more leading football clubs.
The marvellous thing about the NIHR and its public health research programme is that it enables really, really first-class research to be conducted. We were able to do a full-scale randomised controlled trial to properly evaluate whether or not the programme that we developed, Football Fans in Training, was able to not only help men lose weight in the short term, but we could follow them up a full year later to see whether or not they'd managed to sustain that weight loss.
Yeah. Well, the answer to Australia's obesity epidemic could lie on a sporting field on the other side of the world. A fitness program in Scotland could be rolled out for AFL fans in Melbourne. Chloe Bigelli has more.
On the hallowed turf of the Glasgow Rangers Ibrox Stadium, these die-hard fans are being put through their paces.
One press up again, lads. Just do a wee squat, Jim.
It's a freezing Friday night when they'd normally be at the pub.
2 sit-ups. Go on, Scott, you're diving through it. Go on.
But what they're gaining from being here is transforming their lives.
I was eating anything that didn't move, and if it was moving, I was chasing it, drinking. Bad habits, a lot of bad habits,
Developed by scientists at the University of Glasgow, over 12 weeks they take part in 2 two-hour sessions run by coaches from their favourite club.
Remember, keep your back nice and straight.
There's an hour of physical activity and an hour workshop that covers everything from nutrition to mental health.
I probably get slightly depressed, slightly bored, and whereas before I would have done some form of exercise, I sat and watched the telly.
And it's working. In 4 years, almost 3,000 men have lost more than 9,500 kilos. An incredible feat, given Scotland has the second highest rate of obesity in the world. Australia is just behind them.
We do see men in the stands who perhaps are not at their peak of their physical fitness, maybe as they once were. But what we are starting to see now is actually, there are people out there who want to improve their physicality.
Glenn Milne weighed 150 kilograms when he started. He's now lost a staggering 82 kilos and recently ran his first marathon.
And the fact you can actually train trackside on the pitch of the team that you support is a massive boost.
It's now run in 27 Scottish Professional Football League clubs. Researchers say that just by participating, the men are adding 4 months to their lifespan.
This program has now been rolled out across England, Ireland, Portugal and even Canada through their ice hockey team. And now those who developed it are in talks with researchers from Curtin University so that Aussie, AFL and NRL fans can get fit with their teams.
It's still in very early stages yet, but we're very hopeful that at some point in the not too distant future we will be able to try it out in Australia.
And Scottish health authorities are urging the Australian government to get on board with funding.
It's making exercise fun and a good laugh, and that's what it's all about.
In Glasgow, Chloe Bigelli, 9 News.
Scottish football doesn't often see golden oldies scoring goals these days, but with the launch of walking football, this is all about to change. The sport is identical to normal football, but for one small difference: you cannot run at any point. Walking football is primarily aimed at over 50s, as 84-year-old Peter Collins proves.
The great thing about the football is the people that I've met, the camaraderie. You know, the way we kid and spiv after the meeting, you know, and it's really good for the guys. So we've now got a lot of quite old guys, one or two with dementia that we encourage to come along, and different things like that. And these are all things that you can do with a walking football, you know, where you can't do with the ordinary.
Scottish football legends have teamed up with other organisations to back the scheme.
Walking is something that everyone can do. It can be done every day and it can be done everywhere. So what better than to combine walking with the beautiful game?
Something we're trying to do is get more men engaged in activity, both physically, mentally and socially, and walking football covers all that. And it's something we've driven as an initiative with the partners, and we're seeing real success happening across Scotland with more men getting engaged in the walking football for all the benefits I've just said.
Walking football is also receiving support from the Scottish Government.
We've been engaged with a range of partners, including the SPFL Trust, Age Scotland, Scottish Association for Mental Health, Paths for All, in trying to get this network up and running. We are determined to ensure that sport and physical activity in its wider sense plays a positive role in improving the physical and mental well-being of people.
Archie McPherson, the voice of Scottish football, voiced his support with a brief substitute appearance. It allows people to stay involved in football well into their senior years if they can't keep up with a full-pace game or have gotten injured.
Walking football has been happening across Scotland over the last 2, 3, 4 years, and we've just pulled together some key partners around the table just to look at the game, see how it's developed. So I've been in post now for about 6 months as the Walking Football Development Officer for Paths for All and the Scottish Walking Football Network. So the network's purpose is just basically to encourage people to play the game, maybe do a bit of evaluation and see if we can put some resource into it to get new teams started, and basically just encourage people to play as much as they can. We just want people to get out there and play walking football. We know the benefits of it in terms of physical well-being and mental well-being. So yeah, our mantra is just get out there and play it. And it's not as easy as it looks. You know, it sounds very simple for those that haven't played it. My rule is go out and see how easy it is or how difficult it is.
There are already over 45 locations offering walking football across the country. Wherever you go in Scotland, the message is clear. Walking football is hitting the back of the net.
Scottish Water and the Scottish Professional Football League Trust have teamed up to bring a brand new education programme called H2O to selected Scottish primary schools.
The H2O programme focuses on the relationship between water, hydration and physical activity. This education programme will involve over 3,000 kids, each represented in the local clubs areas across the country.
We're delighted to be teaming up with Scottish Water to deliver this programme. Each 90-minute session is delivered by professional club community coaches by affiliated SPFL Clubs. The 90-minute session is split into 2 parts. There's a 45-minute session that focuses on the water cycle and our bodies in water. A 40-minute physical activity session then takes place, which involves dribbling a football around different cones depending on which water-based word has been shouted out. After the session, each child is given a certificate and a free water bottle to help them stay hydrated and keep fit, and they're also given a free family match ticket to a game at their local club.
We are launching this programme at 3 professional clubs across the country, at Dumfries with Queen of the South, with Elgin, and here today at East Fife. And we're launching it here today at Mount Fleury Primary School with the help of Gary Naismith, the manager of East Fife.
I think it's great that Scottish Water are taking part in the children's development and physical activity, especially primary school children. Football and other sports can play a big part in their development and teach them values in life, and it's great that they're realising about hydration and looking after themselves as well.